The glass bottom boat, the adult costs $10, and for the children below 13 is $6. So it's like 45 minutes trip. So let's go.
Look like a neem tree.
We're going into, oh, look at this flower, it's so pretty.
Wow, that's the oldest size boat.
Oh my God. That's like Philippines. This building used to be an aquarina and now is a research center for the university. And lots of shade, tree shade, and the lake, it looks so blue. Oh my God, it's so clear.
Oh wow.
You guys, that lake is so clear.
And
you can see the turquoise blue.
That is so clean.
It's very clean. It just has a lot of leaves.
Clean.
Oh my God. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh, and this is, the entrance is very open. These huge trees are probably here for many years. And this is the boat. It's University, Texas State University. It's educational boat tour. And
Awesome.
And there's a couple of steps, so be careful. Oh, there's the glass bottom. Oh, there's the bubble. Let's see the bubble.
Y'all, so welcome to Spring Lake. Have any of y'all been here before?
No.
Okay. Yes. Hopefully you can learn to see something new today. Everybody gets kind of different tour, so I'm pretty sure you will. So welcome to Spring Lake for everybody. Spring Lake is distinct from the hundreds of springs that are below the surface feeding water into this lake. This boat is a bit loud, so if y'all have questions or you can't hear me, please raise your hand and let me know. So all these springs that are feeding into this lake come from Edwards Aquifer. An aquifer is kind of like a cave system underground that feeds in water into this lake. So the water builds up pressure when it's being held in that cave when it gets really full. So it needs to come out somewhere. So it comes out through cracks and holes in the rock that are holding it below the surface. Those are the springs that we see on the surface. Now we're heading into the headwaters of the San Marcos River. So that blue wall right in front of us marks the very start of the San Marcos River. And it starts really abruptly here because of all the concentrations of springs in this area. There's also a canoe race that we have here every year. So it starts right here at this blue wall, and then it goes 260 miles all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So fastest time anybody's done that is like 29 hours. One of my professors did it last month. He finished in 49 hours. He said he was delusional by the end of it.
Paddled it?
Canoeing, yes.
Wow. All the way to
that's
the,
deep.
To the Gulf.
Ooh, that's huge fish.
They have a max of 100 hours where they have to complete it before they pull you off the water. Going over our first high pressure spring here.
Oh, this is deep.
You can see there that white sand stream is.
Whoa!
Yeah.
How deep is this?
At the bottom here,
10
about
feet.
16 feet deep.
Oh, 16?
Oh yeah, you see the water sprouting out of the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the water is coming out.
1 gallon per second.
How many?
1 gallon per second.
The hotel, it kind of still looks like one to me. But it started a few different purposes throughout the years, opening in 1929, not the best year to be starting a business. So, it was a boarding school at one point. It was a rehabilitation place for officers coming back from World War II at another point. Right now it has offices for Texas Park and Wildlife, the Meadow Center employs entry water research here. Then the bottom floor is our Discovery Hall, which has some of our endangered species like the fountain dart and the Texas line pollinator that I'll talk about a little bit later. Over another high pressure spring here.
Oh, there's another. Oh my God, that's deep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's deep.
That's really deep right there. It's like hollow.
You see that?
Oh, and there's fish there.
From that's where the water comes from the river.
You gotta see, there's like a C-shaped opening at the bottom there where that circle rock is, kind of lined with black. So that's where all the water is coming out of. And with this high pressure spring, there's actually thousands of gallons per second coming out. And exactly how much really varies where the water table's at. If we're getting a lot of heavy rainfall, it's going to be around 5,000. If we're in a drought period, it's going to be closer to 1,000. these big white sand strips where we see these high pressure springs because the plants aren't really like gripping on places where they're going to be constantly pushed out of. Also, the aquifer is made out of limestone rock, which is a white rock. So as that water's pushing out of there, it's breaking it down into smaller and smaller particles until it's just little fine grains of sand. And that black sand mixture that's down there, that is humus. Not to be confused with hummus. It probably wouldn't taste good.
Let's eat it.
So it's decaying plant
Oh, that's a
matter.
black sand. That's the black sand right there.
If you were down there right in front of the entrance to this spring, it would kind of feel like sticking your head out the window on a highway. There's a lot of pressure coming out of this spring.
Oh, look at that. It's bubbling.
Yeah.
Look, the fish is
Is it the springs?
That's where the water is sprouting, I guess.
So many.
That's a lot. That's kind of creepy.
We call this area cream of wheat because it kind of looks like cream of wheat bubbling over a stove. These are densest concentration of these low pressure springs.
Yeah.
We actually have a dive training program here. We also have 7 endangered species that live here. And one of those species really likes this area in particular. It's called a fountain darter. The fountain darter is a fish that can't swim. So it doesn't have a swim bladder that controls its buoyancy, how far up and down it's able to go. So it kind of just drifts along the bottom and hides in the algae most of the time. But it really likes this area in particular because it's able to kind of jump in those springs and get a jump on wherever they need to go, like a little elevator. Does anybody want to guess for me, how many natural lakes do you think are in all of Texas? Any random guess?
15.
130.
Okay, that's a lot of range. So there's actually only one. Texas. It's Lake Hato. It's over on the border of Louisiana, and it's mostly in Louisiana, so we barely have that one. Every other lake in Texas is either dug or dammed. They're all man-made. So straight ahead, you can kind of see there's like a concrete break in that tree, and there's like a yellow building poking through the trees. There's a light right where the dam is, right there. That dam was put there in 1849 by actually the vice president of the Republic of Texas, Edward Burleson. And it was put there to act as a sawmill and a grist mill. Right now there's just a vacant restaurant there. Past that dam is where the San Marcos River really starts. From there we'll start on Sewell Park. From there we'll go down to City Park and real good stuff. So during this dig they found over 100,000 artifacts between this site and 2 others. They found artifacts dating all the way back to the last ice age, so about 13,000 years ago. They also found artifacts from a 1,000-year period since then, and that makes this one of the longest persistently inhabited places in North America. So once people came here and found this fresh water source, they kept coming back for a really long time up until this area was settled.
So they found tools and weapons and...
Yeah, so some of the stuff they found here, they found arrowheads and projectile points from every era, and we actually have a timeline of those, and that's how they were able to date most of this stuff. The oldest one being a Clovis point, which is the oldest known projectile point in North America. They also found like woolly mammoth teeth. They found pieces of pottery. They found beads made out of seashells, so maybe the people came here all the way from the coast. Lots of stuff down here. Most of that stuff's at SMU, but we do have a few of those artifacts in our aquarium and Discovery Hall. But this is a really reliable fresh water source. In our recorded history, it's never completely stopped blowing. We'll use out of everything we pull out of here.
You allowed fishing here or no? Are you able to fish here or no?
No fishing is allowed here. There's one guy that's allowed to fish here. He had to go through like 3 different government agencies, and he has to spearfish out the tilapia since they are invasive.
That's a big one. That's like a...
Yeah, the bass can get really big here, so the spotted gars. They're like the top fish predators in the lake. So this is the start of the Texas Hill Country.
Oh, wow.
So we're right on top of that fault line that marks the separation between it. There's tons of high and low pressure springs all along this area. There's areas that will look like caves. Those are all going to be high pressure springs like the ones we saw in the headwaters.
Is there tectonic activity that's recorded?
There's a cluster of fish.
How this fault line got here. It's still being investigated because there's not like a giant inactive volcano. So they also filmed a movie right here below us. So they filmed the original Piranha movie. During the days of Ocarina Springs, they had lots of attractions here. They had these glass bottom boats. This boat's actually our newest boat, believe it or not. It's from 1978. So our oldest boat's from 1945. This hillside also has some buildings over there. There's a few left over there. There's like an ice cream shop and chapel, and then there's a blue building that we'll point towards here in just a second. So, They also had like an alligator pit here. And 1 year it flooded so bad here that the alligator pit like overflowed and all those alligators got set free.
Oh no.
So they put together teams to go collect them, and they came back with one extra somehow. So there used to be an underwater performance area right there. You would go underwater and watch it. They had underwater clown shows. They had mermaids that would do dances, have picnics, drink soda underwater, all while breathing through straws. This is all like Texas State students performing these shows too. There's also, there's one of those mermaid statues in front of the visitor center, like right off the highway. That one has Ralph in its hand.
I took a picture.
Yeah, it's super cute. So in 1994, they decided to sell the property. Texas State cut their losses. And Texas State kept it open for a few years. And in 2002, they had their last show. Since 2012, we have restored this area to its natural habitat, removing all those buildings on the flatland side that were all flood damaged. We removed the underwater theater. There's still a few things left over from Ocarina Springs in the water. There's like a giant clam shell that the actors used to like jump out of. If you want to check out that wetlands boardwalk, it's going to be down the right gravel trail.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we're done with the boat tour. Thank you guys for watching. It was amazing. It was a great experience. The water is so clear and natural. You can literally drink the water. There's lots of things to see in person. There's no statement that can say how good it is in person. So check it out. We are going to the wetland valley right here. We're going to wetland valley, and this we came from the clear bottom boat, and we just like 500 yards to the wetland valley. Oh, you can go inside. Oh, there's a bridge. There's like a swamp, like water lilies growing. This is the belted kingfisher, wood duck, great blue heron, and then the wetland are for the birds, and they have great egret, and then red-shouldered hawk, and green heron again. The bird, those are the bird species that are here. Where? Oh, there's alligator fish. Oh my goodness, did Nisha see it? Oh my god! Yeah, we've seen a bunch of gar and some tilapia as well.
Yeah, we saw some tilapia.
Those are
There's a
invasive.
bass.
We actually have to bow hunt the tilapia out.
Yeah, the tour guide told us about that.
Good.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
That guy
right?
has fun.
Ooh, he came out.
They're known to do that.
I love them. They're my favorite fish.
Maybe it's low in the land.
I don't think this is real turtle because he has a tail. That's weird looking turtle. Thank you. Bye-bye.